You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9.
Do not categorize the blessing by colors. It is not the colors you need to watch. It is the character. Watch out for the character. I'm going to tell you that there are three basic types of people that you will interact with if you are a child of destiny. Can I share this with you? The first group are confidants. Confidants. You will have very few of them. Confidants are those people in your life who love you unconditionally. They are into you. Whether you're up or down, right or wrong, they are into you. They are in for the long haul. If you get in trouble, they get in trouble with you. They'll come see you in the jailhouse. They'll come get you out the crack house. They're confidants. You can open up and share anything with them. You'll never inherit your kingdom until you find your confidant. You can't be David till you find your Jonathan. Having a good confidant is the key that unlocks the kingdom, because you were raised outside the gate and God's going to cause you to reach over the wall. You got to have a confidant behind the wall who can mentor you for what God is going to do next in your life. The problem with most people is that everybody they run around with is under them. And so you are forever feeding people who can't feed you. And after years of feeding them, they begin to drain you. You got to have somebody who can feed you so you can feed somebody else. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Am I talking to anybody in here? You need the confidant then. The confidant is those few people that come along in your life that are for you. They are with you. They are intimately intertwined in your life. They are there to make sure that you reach your destiny. They will confront you. They will get in your face. They will get in your business. They will tell you when you're wrong because they are confidants. If you have 2 or 3 of them in a lifetime, you are a blessed person. Without them, you'll never be who God called you to be. You need to find your confidant. Number 2, the other group are your constituents. They are not into you. They are into what you are for. They are for what you are for. They are your constituents. And as long as you are for what they are for, they will walk with you and work with you and labor with you, but never think that they are for you. They are for what you are for. And you have to know that, because if they meet somebody else that will further their agenda, they will leave you and hook up with them, because they were never for you. They were just for what you were for. They are your constituents. And throughout your life, if you're not careful, particularly if you're broken, you will mistake your constituents for your confidants. And you will think that they are for you when they are really not for you. They are just for what you are for. And by the time you get through falling in love with them, they will break your heart as they hook up with somebody else who is for what you are for, because it was never about you anyway. It was about the causes that you represent. They are for what you are for, but they are not for you. They are your constituents. Can I go deeper with this? The third group are your comrades. These people are not for you, nor are they for what you are for. It is just that they are against what you are against. and the Comrades will make strange bedfellows. This will cause people to come together who are not for you, and they are not for what you are for, but they are against what you are against. And they will team up with you to help fight a greater enemy. But don't be confused by their associations. They will only be with you until the victory is accomplished. These people are like scaffolding. They come into your life to fulfill a purpose, and when the purpose is complete, the scaffolding is removed. But don't be upset when they are removed, because the building always remains when the scaffolding is removed. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, expect the constituents and the comrades to leave you and desert you after a while. Don't be upset when they don't react to your dream the way you expected them to, because they were never really with you in the first place. Be careful then who you tell your dream to, because if you tell your dream to your constituents, they will desert you and try to fulfill the dream without you. If you tell it to your comrades, they won't support it because they never were for what you were for anyway. If you find a few people in your entire life with whom you can share your dream with, you are a blessed somebody. I can tell you how to identify people who are really for you. If they are really for you, they will weep with you when you weep, and they will rejoice when you rejoice. When you walk in a room and you tell somebody good news, stop being happy for a minute and watch their reaction. If they're not happy for you, shut your mouth and walk back out of the door. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Oh yeah, because when they are really connected to you, they will be happy for you when you share your dream. Find somebody, look them in the eye and say, are you happy for me? If you don't get the right reaction, don't tell them anything else. You need somebody who's really going to be happy for you. I don't want just anybody praying for me. I don't want none of them haters praying for me, because you know you hate me and you don't want me to succeed. I want somebody praying for me who really wants me to be blessed, who wants me to be an overcomer, so you can put up your oil and stop speaking in tongues, because you know you never did speak to me anyway, and ain't no need in you coming up here in this hospital like you gonna pray some cancer up off of me. I'd rather have somebody who really loves me lay across the bed and rebuke the devil. And God is so faithful, he'll always give you somebody. Oh, if he ever sent anybody into your life to help you, you ought to just clap your hands and thank him for the people he sent. Don't worry about the people he took. You ought to praise him for the people he sent. Tell somebody, say, somebody help me. I didn't get here by myself. Somebody helped me to get here. Somebody taught me how to stand. Somebody got me behind the gate. Somebody taught me the protocol of the pilot. Somebody encouraged me when I felt like dropping out of school. Somebody helped me when my back was up against the wall. Somebody mentored me when I was going through a divorce. Somebody helped me when I was going through a crisis. God is so faithful that he will never leave himself without a witness. He will send somebody.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. when you're really looking for healing. Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first,
And though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And folks, you know the drill. You know the drill. As soon as you get in, do your WZYE civic duty, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And you know how we start the thing. This is how we start the thing, of course. Let's go.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
And you know, ladies and gentlemen, we do mean that. We originate, we don't imitate. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And we did put out in words for you. Take a listen.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our pledge to you, the people, that we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, Professor.
How are you
And
going?
how are you today?
I am splendiferous, humandiferous, marvelous, fantabulous, wonderfulicious, fantastic, and spectacular.
That's wonderfulicious.
Yeah. Correct is right. No complaints today, man. Today was a nice day.
Well, you look like you had a great day.
You know, today is already 2 weeks already in school, Tommy.
Yeah, I know time waits on no man.
So, Tommy, you know, I read the book The Magic of Thinking Big, right? By Dr. David Schwartz, right?
Yes, sir.
Said that before, right? So, folks, if you haven't read the book called The Magic of Thinking Big, I want you to read that book. I also want you to read a book called Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck. And the last book is The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Right? Those are books I recommend all the time, right? And I'm thinking big, Tommy. And I wonder if I should say it, but let me see. Nah. I ain't gonna say. I go keep it for next time. No, not today. Not today, Tommy. Not today. Another day. I'll keep it for another day. Yeah. I'll keep it for another day. But it's something big that um and it has something to do with my class. And it has something to do with a speaker coming to speak before my class, right? So I'll leave it there. People go start to think all kind of things. Hey, Tommy, look at first year, you know. Uranus McFarlane, boy.
McFarlane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy. Good afternoon, Professor Warshik and Uncle Tommy. Blessings to all the WZYE family. Uranus, boy. Tommy, really and truly, man. What happened to Caribbean Soul and Volsang, boy? What happened to them? Seriously.
Well, life happens.
Life happens.
Yeah, life happened to them.
Okay, them fellas can't get no way to the top no more, boy. It's but I talk too long. I talk too quick. You know, say we standing at our PM Kamala Prasad Besessa. And may God bless TNT. Yeah, man, we standing, man. Don't Uranus, don't worry yourself, man. We know what you meant. Tommy, I talk too fast, you know. You can tell I didn't look at the chat, eh? You could tell, right?
Right.
People look at us be cheating and all kind of thing. I ain't look at the chat. Look, Caribbean Soul come second. Did he come second or did he come fourth?
Well, considering that all the quotes before was from Uranus, he was the second person.
Yeah, he was the second person, but he come fourth.
His chat was number 4.
Right. He's number 4. So Akash, if I say he comes second, that doesn't send the right signal to Uranus. Nah. Caribbean Soul, you come fourth. Tommy, he didn't come fourth, you know. He came fourth.
He came forth with the fourth chat.
Yeah, he came fourth. And he came fifth too as well. So you go get a participation medal. Yeah? Yeah, you go get my participation medal. Caribbean Soul, you got a participation medal. Good afternoon, WZYE TV and listeners. Yeah, you got a participation medal, Caribbean Soul. Clifford, boy.
Clifford was next.
And Uncle Tommy, happy to have you both again. Say hello to Miss Santa Cruz and COP. Hello to Miss Santa Cruz and COP. Man, say you want to say hello to Miss Santa Cruz and COP, yes? All right.
Then we have Monica.
Uranus, Soul, Clifford. Good afternoon, Uncle Tommy and Washit. Hi. First one to hit the like button. All right. Yeah. Mr. Intellectual, welcome. Blessed afternoon, Prawn, Uncle T, and all villagers. Hope you all having a blessed and productive day filled with all of God's goodness. Yeah, man. Mr. Santa Cruz, you thought you would have go for 2 in a row. Hey, Tommy?
Well,
I
still appreciate her.
No, we appreciate her, but I thought you would have go for 2 in a row. Well, don't worry. Mr. Santa Cruz, you get 1 in a row. You get 1 in a row. Oh, no, you get 2 in a row here today. She get 2 in a row in the chat, Tommy.
Okay.
Mr. Santa Cruz, you get 2 back to back, boy. 12:55 and 12:56, Mr. Santa Cruz. Good afternoon, my friends on the village chat. Good afternoon to Warshik and Uncle Tommy. Yeah, man.
Hello to you, Miss Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
Good evening.
Vinja, welcome. Good afternoon, Professor Warshik and Uncle Tommy. Yeah, Vinja, welcome. How you going? Uranus come back again, boy, to tell everybody blessed afternoon, Vinja, Monica, Anna, Hanif, Soul, Clifford. Yeah, all of them. Suzanne Lalchan, welcome. Good day, Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsh. Looking forward to tonight's program. Yeah. Tommy, as Suzanne said that, Mashup Walker. That's she name? Mashup Walker?
Yeah, I see she had a post.
You know what? I'm feeling sorry for she now, you know. You know, since she became a PNM, her posts are so lame. Lame. No homework. No homework. You know, out of Venezuela, where the boat left, you know the people in there saying these 11 people get killed?
Yeah, I saw CNN today. I was looking at CNN, and CNN was saying
We
that.
go play the audio. Them saying to me, and them know the people and them who get killed. But mash up
Yeah,
worker who don't want to do no homework. And to me, the other one, what is the other one again? He's even 91.9.
uh-huh,
What is his name again? That fella now used to be a 91.9.
uh-huh.
Some kind of a pastor. Remember?
Macaroni or spaghetti?
Nah, it's a little bigger than that. A little bigger than that. Macaroni small enough. Yeah, the pastor of the internet search engine.
Or the pasta?
The pastor, yeah.
Ziti.
Them saying, it's propaganda. Right? Well, you will think that they will know, right? Because the PNM is known for propaganda. Right? But to me, a simple Google search, you could find the information. As a matter of fact, I didn't have time. They had it in Spanish, and I wanted to translate it into English and then play it. But I didn't have time to do it. I really didn't have time.
But I was looking at CNN earlier today, and it was saying that it is not normal for 11 persons to be running drugs in one boat like that. They say it begs questioning whether or not the 11 persons were actually drug runners or they were being trafficked.
Well, whatever they were doing, they ain't gonna do it no more. Simple. Whatever they were doing, they ain't doing it no more. But the people from the area where the pirogue boat over don't come from, them name the 11 people. They say they know the 11 people. They know them. So who you go believe? I go believe the people in the area. That's who I go believe. Let me finish the chat. Let's get a message. Hold on. What's this? Oh, somebody. All right, I will read that just now. Somebody just sent me something. Anyway, Susan says, "Good day, Anna, Monica, Vinja, Soul, honey, blessings to you all. Beautiful song now come. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. he come. He late about 6 hours to me. It's a whole day he late, almost a whole day,
Wow.
Right? Almost a whole day he late. 6
Better late than never.
Huh?
Better late than never.
Yeah. You make excuses for him. You make no excuse for him. He late. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. he come. If you have a phone, you could take a little thing on your phone. Volsang say, good evening, Wars and Uncle Tommy. Good evening to you. Chad Matty, welcome. Good night, Uncle Tommy and Professor. Blessings to all. Good night to you. Look, Batman late too. Good evening, WZYE villagers, Professor and Uncle Tommy. Remember to like and subscribe. Let's get that to 20K. Yeah, folks. We now at 18,992. Yeah? We got to get to 20,000 before this month finish. That's the goal. Yeah? The magic of thinking big.
Yep.
Daryl Ali, good night. Love and a blessed night to everyone in the village. Professor, Uncle Tommy, Anna, Susan, Volstan, Caribbean, Hanif, Monica, Batman. Good night to you, Daryl, as well. Frame, Rambaran, welcome. I hope I pronounced that right. Yeah? Don't get upset with me. Good evening, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy. Look, where praying where you're joining us from? Maybe I asked you that before, but I remember. Tommy Mohammed, good night. Good night, Professor Walsh and Uncle Tommy and all listeners. Tommy, where you going? Where you going? All right, look, Paul. Sammy. All right, Paul using she Facebook one now. Paul Sammy. Paul Sammy on YouTube and Paul Sammy on Facebook. So Tommy, what happened is that before she got married, it was Pearl Sammy, right? She was using YouTube. And after she got married, she started to use Facebook. It became Pearl Sammy.
All
Right?
right.
Yeah. Hey, look, my partner, boy. Curtis John, where you going, brother? How you going? Good night to you, boy. How you going? Everything good? Tommy asking Paul Sammy, did you watch the government press? Yeah, I watch the government press briefing. We have some news on that. Good news, boy. Good news. Tommy, but you know part of the press briefing, you know they're closing down the Royal Jail?
That was coming.
But Tommy, I asking myself this question. People asking what the Prime Minister doing, what Prime Minister Kamala Prasad doing. Every press conference, first of all, Tommy, they're closing down the Royal Jail, right? Next thing now, Tommy, you could represent Trinidad, the grandfather, and for citizenship. Like if your grandparents was at Trinidad, you're a Trinbagonian, right? You're born in any parts of the world, you could become a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And thirdly, right, the Minister of Education talked about the police that they're putting in school, right? Tommy, you didn't think if the last government was thinking at all, halfway thinking, let me say halfway thinking, that they could have do one out of them, Tommy, 33 and a third percent, one, they could have do one of them, just one. What do you think?
Yeah, you had some keywords if they were thinking.
So you're saying they weren't really, they wasn't really thinking? And Tommy, I hear next one, I go play the video too. I hear Penny Wigbeckers. Talking about it's 2 years they ain't get a pension. And I said, well, wait now, boy. Penny had to be smoking something. No, seriously. She had to be smoking something, Tommy. For 2 years, people didn't get a pension. Tommy, who was in power for the last 9.5 years?
No, let's just look at them 2 years. Who was in power for the majority of those 2 years?
All right, let me ask that. Who was in power? But I had to give Penny credit, though, seriously. Penny, I want to give you credit. You have taken hold of that mantra, Penelope Wigbeckers, and you have been running with it. She running with it, Tommy boy.
How can she run when she's shooting herself in the foot?
Because that's when you're weak. She weak. 2 years. As a matter of fact. All right, no, let me finish the chat. We go get to that. Paul Sammy saying, no, Tommy Mohammed, no, I didn't. Because I'm not well fighting a fever and a cold. All right. Yeah, they go give some remedy there, Paul Sammy. Yeah, and get well soon. Yeah, man. Yeah. People will give you a remedy just now. Troy Smith, boy. How you going, partner? Bless good night to everyone in the village. And tell I just get tired of Troy Smith wife and And Anderson wife, you know. Troy Smith wife is who again, Tommy?
Not exactly sure.
I go remember. I know who it is. I go remember. Azina Smith. Azina, how you going? We ain't seeing a little bit, you know. Good night, everyone locked on. Troy Smith says, Uncle Tommy and Anselm, bless good night to you guys.
Same to you, Troy.
I know Anderson was Akira. I go get it just now. Don't worry all this stuff. Azina said pleasant good night with Ginger. Tommy says, look at that. Black Stallion sing this song way back in Eric, that corrupt man. Yeah, boy. Black Stallion sing that song way back, you know. Just cool. Good night. Good night, Wall Street, Tommy, and everyone. Hey, just cool. I have a bone to pick with you. I have a bone to pick with you. I have a bone. Yeah, Troy Smith called me to tell you. Troy.
Hi. Uncle Tommy and Mr. Ansem, good night. It's Kizzy is the name.
Yeah,
Kizzy.
Kizzy. I know we could forget that. I don't know
how you could forget that. We tune in, but we just not calling. But we there. Even though we're not messaging or we're not calling, we listening, we tune in, we always tuned in. Waiting patiently for the budget to call to get a little ease.
Correct.
Yeah. Kizzy, sorry to call you Azina, but that sounds great. We call you Azina, which sounds even nicer.
No. We didn't call she Akira. Akira is Anderson.
So you call Azina.
Right. So I was trying to figure if I eliminate Anderson, I go get Kizzy. But Kizzy pulled me up before, Tommy. She pulled me up before.
Yes. Everything all right with you guys?
Yes, sir. Everything
so far so good.
All right. Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Stay well.
Yeah.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye-bye, Kizzy.
That, Tommy, you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, we falling down on the job. We falling down. But I'm surprised how Caribbean Soul and call me and tell you it is. He's supposed to know all that information, Tommy.
Oh.
Yeah, I was saying, Tommy, just cool. I have a bone to pick with you. But I ain't gonna pick that bone with you tonight. And next night. Tommy,
not tonight.
Not tonight, just cool. I have a bone to pick with you. Right? Remind me to pick that bone, but not tonight. Batman, welcome. Cover us while you fix it. Yeah, you ain't not telling everybody good night, boy. The Santa Cruz said, cover Kamala while you fix it, Jesus. Cover her hair. Because the PNM want her there. Cover her, Jesus. Cover her back from the PNM attack. Cover her while you fix it, Jesus. Cover her. Santa Cruz is our boss, David. Yeah? Correct is right. Yeah? That's what we say now. It could just always say what time the program started tonight. The program, we had we just start 7
with inspiration.
Yeah, drunk madman, drug trafficking pimp. Monica said, just cover Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, Jesus. Cover the chat, Jesus. Cover the children and the teachers. Cover Kamala and the UNC. Cover we, Jesus. Cover, yeah, but that's the anthem song of WZYE, yeah? Cover we. Oh, yeah. Caribbean Soul Tanks. Dwayne Barber is now a sports ambassador. But Brian Lara is still an ambassador. And I think Samuel Badri, the spinner, the cricketer spinner, I think he's also an ambassador too. Yeah, no problem with that. Santa Cruz say, cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it. Cover my mouth so the wrong thing won't come out. Cover me. Yeah, full 100. What, boy? Jesus alone who sits on the throne, cover we while we fix it. Yeah, no joke, We ain't making joke at all, at all, at all. Caribbean Soul say, today I hear my mother talking about this. It's Venezuela fella said that. Yeah, today was exhausting day for me, Miss Santa Cruz says. Attended Alan Karim's funeral. It was so depressing. He was a good one, a very good one. Batman said he needs some stock trading classes. You know, we have a we just do part of the company that I'm part of, we just do stock trading classes in Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey is one of the biggest school districts, and we just do stock trading class. So, Batman, that's a good idea. We go bring that to Trinidad and Tobago. KFC, welcome.
Hi, good night, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy, man.
KFC,
Good night.
KFC, I see you big in the
Professor
dance, boy.
Washington.
KFC, I see you big in the dance, boy. You're taking out pictures at MP and thing, boy. You're big.
Well, I went to meet one of my UNC family yesterday, and so I'm going to talk, and they talk to me. But I hear from the bosses when the bosses talk to me. I know everything in our drive.
Yeah.
And they say, when I change back my name, I know wash it.
I was going to ask you that.
Lord.
I was going to ask you if your name is still O.
Right. I see original KFC, not
you're back to
Brown.
You know, KFC. See if you can get your original reporter back too.
Reporter?
Yes, if you get your original one back.
I got to think about it for a while.
You know in the future talk chat. You in there? You ain't listen to your voice. You ain't listen to your voice note and them on.
So they say, I know for me to come and get in the record with.
No. No, but listen to reporter voice note.
All right, I'm going to listen.
Yeah, listen to reporter send voice to reporter. KFC change back in name, eh? You understand?
Reporter have patience. You suffer for the last 9 years plus.
Yeah.
And we just in government for 5 years and we just going and everything. Mr. Washington, glad to see them go back out to school Monday. They get the stationaries. Thanks for all the government ministers and them who come out and assist the children and them.
Yep.
So they're sharp and bright for Monday morning, go and spare life.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Washington, they're closing down the Royal Jail, boy.
Yeah, boy, they're closing it down, boy. PNM couldn't do it.
Yeah, that jail was closed down a long time.
But I hope they're making it a museum. You understand?
It's about why too many shooting and harassing the prisoners and them inside of it.
That donkey, a prison officer.
Yes. When she passed, you're sticky. Mr. Washington.
Yeah,
but I looked at it, I said, I love a man, I saw my UNC family. But Mr. Washington, I supported this government under the Calvus and I full 100. I'm not petty because calling for home. I'm not going in that home at all.
Yeah.
The home is do not take it and abandon and tread in that home. So we're looking for better. We're looking for better man for each other and fruit here. Bless.
But that's what it is. Tommy Mohammed said, Professor Washington and Uncle Tommy, how are you guys doing? We are doing excellent, man. No complaints, man. We're doing
fabulous, Tommy.
Yeah, we're doing wonderful. Yolanda called now, boy. A blessed night to each and everyone. Yolanda, how are you going? Yolanda to be in Tobago, you know. Or maybe she out of Tobago. She have family in Tobago. Mr. Intellectual, share, like, and subscribe. You missed our mark last month, but we haven't failed. We just short of 1.1 thousand subscribers. Yeah, boy, Mr. Intellectual, you're keeping our prize, boy. That's a good thing. Bro, how you going, brother? What is the story? Susan Lalchan. Good night, Washington and Uncle Tommy. Hope you all had a marvelous day today. Yeah, today was marvelous. Curtis Johnson, good night, Anselm. Long time I haven't been on here. Hope all is well. All is splendid for us, man. All is well. Volsang say he give up trying. to be the leader. He gave up. You see how does give up easy? Professor
Wow.
Clinton Williams says, go ahead.
No, I'm just amazed that Wilson gave up.
Yeah, he say he's not even trying. Look, he's not even trying. He give up already. That's why I say the magic of thinking big, He give up already. He get licks for like 5 weeks in a row. He come in and he get one straight, right? And then it's like when he was young, get plenty licks. Uncle Clinton Williams said, Professor Walsh, and Uncle Tommy, better late than never, brother. Bless. Still, enough respect. Yeah, man. So let me say a special urge strong to let me read this. Let me say a special urge strong to Kizzy. And I go read the note what choice and Kizzy. This is what choice here. Mr. Anselm, just want to send a special urge strong to my marvelous and delicious wife Kizzy. Wanted to know she's the best thing to come into my life. Let me give you a round of applause for that day. For you and both of you guys, take this round of applause.
To say,
There you have it. Happy
I
birthday.
also want to send out a marvelous, good, strong to Elena. To Elena.
From where?
Elena in Tobago. I want to send her Earth Strong. Yesterday was a Earth Strong. So greetings to you and all the best. May you live as long as you'd like.
Okay. And folks, let me read this for you guys. Statement by the Prime Minister, the Honorable Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bissessa, on the re-election of Prime Minister Andrew Holness of Jamaica. I offer my sincere congratulations to you on behalf of the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago on your historic third consecutive victory at the polls and your ascension once more to the esteemed office of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. This decisive and overwhelming victory is a true testament to the confidence and trust the people of Jamaica placed in your leadership once more and of your dedication to serving your nation with boundless faith to make the lives of all Jamaicans more prosperous and progressive, considering the many challenges we face globally. Trinidad and Tobago values the long-standing bilateral relationship with Jamaica and the important role both our countries play within CARICOM in advancing regional priorities. My government remains committed to continued collaboration with Jamaica on matters of mutual interest, including economic cooperation, regional security, and international representation. As you are aware, my husband and I have spent many fulfilling years in Jamaica. Our shared experience, both professionally and personally, have shaped our appreciation for the contribution that Jamaica continues to make to our region as well as internationally. Honorable Prime Minister Designate, I am truly proud to welcome you back to the fold of leaders within the CARICOM community, and I wish you and your government all the best. That's the statement by Prime Minister the Honorable Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bissessa, SCMP, on the re-election of Prime Minister Andrew Holness of Jamaica. So there you have it, folks. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
And at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. And don't forget to share the live. Share the live. Please share the live.
We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
No more red, no more red, no more red, no more red, no left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see us win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you. And we are tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of proposals and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching at the lot, tired of the eyebrows rippling. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see we win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, me bye bye. Bye bye, bring bye bye. Tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, of the proposals and all the excuses, tired of no water, tired of stretching at the lot, tired of the eyebrows rippling. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see we win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch it for you. No more red, 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 no more red. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more shame, no more pain. We want to see the win, we want the brides again. No more penny again. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. Bye bye, penny, bye bye. We don't vouch for you.
Laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest, laid to rest. It's a ledge, it's a ledge, it's a ledge, it's a ledge. Hey, tell them Kamala say, he and them dead. Petrochen workers say, the party dead. end is here, security. We and them dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say, we and them dead. Even the 1% say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving. We and them dead. Condolences to the Balize. SIEP, no more pale pale. The rising sun is ready to govern Trinidad and Tobago for a brighter tomorrow. One, restart the economy, two, health sector, immediate victory. Abolish crime, put sports on the front line. Four, every pipe must have water. Five, roads smooth as six, provide people with work. UNC and making jokes. Tell them drilling say, we and them dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say, we and them dead. Tell them Arnold say, we and them dead. Police, army and prison say, the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hearse ready. Read the red eulogy. We and them dead, dead, dead. Tell them Kamla say, we and them dead. Some of the members say, the party dead, dead, dead. When the CARICOM leaders hear what's up, seems like not one of them was in shock. Put them in one big box, be and them dead. Tell them Munilal say, be and them dead. Teachers, doctors and nurses say, the party dead, dead, dead. All the bad investments and fellas make investors not coming for the work. No more ice cream and cake, we and them dead, dead, dead. The red party showed no empathy for 18 babies and pipeline families. They so heartless, citizens in distress. The country in a crisis, SOE and still all justice. One, UNC on a mission. Two, to correct the school system. Three, end poverty and clean up TNT. Four, speed up the housing process. Five, lower taxes. Six, revamp we energy. Bring back the oil refinery. Tell them Kamla say, we and them dead. Petrotrain workers say, the party dead, dead, dead. Bubba billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money, the end is here, security. We and them dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say, we and them dead. Even the 1% say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving. We and them dead, dead, dead. Tell them drilling say, we and them dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say, we and them dead. Tell them Arnold say, we and them dead. Police, army and prison say, the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket was on the hearse ready. Read the red eulogy. We and them dead, dead, dead.
Fire! 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 Fire!
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street on you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, as soon as you get in, do your WZYE civic duty. Share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And as the professor asked you to do it, please share the live, share the live, share the live, and we thank you.
COP, welcome.
Professor Wall Street.
And Uncle Tommy.
And Uncle Tommy, good night.
Yeah.
Same to you, my friend.
Listeners of WAS 95.9.
Yeah,
good night, Trinidad and Tobago. You feel penny, really concerned about the people that I'm saying, the people that get a pension and waiting 2 years. You feel sure that's a genuine concern?
As far as she
Professor Wall Street?
as far as she concerned, she feels the current government was in power for them 2 years that she talking about. Or they want to make, she want to make people feel like it was the UNC in power for them last 2 years. That's
Well, then that wasn't genuine.
Well, you're correct.
But
All right.
but that really fallen back on the PNM because she's supposed to ask Embert and Rowley and Stuart Young, and she's supposed to say how come while we get all his money fee rent and government they owing while we at all. Let me ask that question. She asked the question, how come all these people, them tenant was getting the money and the vulnerable wasn't getting the money and she party was in power? She didn't ask that question at all. But I feel she doing a destructive job to be nothing officer.
Yeah. You know, she weak. That's politics.
You know a female. You know you have a female leader of the PNM now, and she will understand that Pamela Prasad Bisesa win the general election fair and square, and female to female. Let me give the lady she time. Let me give the lady she time to do what she had to do. You know this next female just coming now and she had with vindictive story that they fabricated and asking why his day was in power. I want to tell Gaspy Dolly. You say he's a mother. Act as one now. Because your kind of statement and the public is not the definition of a mother. It's not the definition. Hear what she telling the general public. She said because of hate for the cockroach, the insects, vote for the insecticide to kill the cockroach. Yeah. Because I hate for the cockroach and them, the ants vote for the insecticide. What she's saying there, the PNM is the cockroach, and the ants is the UNC people them, the vote for the Bagon, which is the UNC, to kill the cockroach. But why she will call the PNM people them cockroach now? When Gary Griffith say call them cockroach, well she didn't say nothing. She stay quiet. That's been only operator as a mother with ambition and a mother, be a mother of a role model for your community that done in problem already. Where illiteracy and lack of opportunity prevail tremendously in your community. Show a little more respect. Be a role model for the young people that in your community. Because in the general public and in the political arena, you're not showing that definition of femininity. You're not showing that definition of femininity. Something else. Professor Walsh, and Uncle Tommy, have a nice night.
Thank you. You do the same.
Antonio Brady, welcome.
Hey, pleasant good night, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasant good night to my brother Wall Street, Professor Wall Street. Put a handle on his name. Professor. The Professor Wall Street. Put a handle on his name.
Yeah, and
Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, man.
Professor Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, man.
Put a handle on their name. Have some respect. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, to all of the wonderful people throughout the region, throughout the Southern Isles, throughout the entire world, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a peak of an evolution of misinformation, misdirection, misconstrued, deception, and all these things. The fourth estate of the PNM and that penny, where is that nonsense? Such a waste of time when they could have just stay home and rock back instead of come out here and make fool of themselves, because they are the same people who had this country the way it is now. We have to fix it, right? Misrepresentation. You telling me today we had a post-media briefing today, and the kind of questions coming out from the Fourth Estate, the PNM Fourth Estate, is so erroneous and laughable. It actually exposed them that of who they are, because you can't tell me just recently in that past incantation of a failed PNM government, we had school children who were under siege in schools, bullions, guns and drugs and gangs infected our schools. Now today, because of the wonderful stewardship and caring and concern and considerate Prime Minister that we have now introduced police within our school system to bring some sort of safety and security to our children, our nation. But for some reason, we have these critics, these so-called critics jumping out their body. Why? Because yes, I'm sure critics. Yes, because for some reason they think they can't even wake up to the reality that they get so much election on April 20th. They can't wake up to that reality. It reminds me of just recently this young man, he come out with his arrogant self. The young man from Tunapuna Regional Corporation, the chairman. He actually trying to defend spending our nation's money on liming and drinking and busting fireworks, right? And you have a political leader who is also defending him. And then to this U.S. and United States and Venezuelan situation, right? The Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago made it clear she is standing by our regional partner for more than 120 years. These people are coming into the Caribbean Sea to clear up and clean up the drug cartels, right? Where were the voice then when Keith Christopher Rowley was dancing conga line with Monduro, a narco trafficker, huh? A man who is wanted by the United States of America, right? Where was their voices then? Those so-called international relation voices then. Where were their voices then when Delcy Rodriguez and a bunch of nefarious sanctioned men, better fellows, came in deep in the night, in the still of the night, right? When the nation was locked down, our people were locked out of their own nation, but Delcy Rodriguez and some sanctioned men could have come on a sanctioned plane. You think the United States of America was watching that? Where were their voices then? Where are their voices now? You telling me all of a sudden, conveniently, you all have a voice to open up your mouth now to defend a man who destroyed the lives of people, so much people. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should just run into the sea and just drown. You understand? I stand by our Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago for making such a bold stance. And to those who don't like it, because they are part of the problem. They are part of the problem. It's either you are part of the problem or part of the solution. It cannot be that we want a safe and secure Trinidad and Tobago, and we are not willing to take these heavy stance. It cannot be. It cannot be business as usual. It cannot be when a mother lost her son due to crime and criminality. When a father gets up in the morning and goes to work to earn an honest dollar and cannot come back home because of crime and criminality. When children lying down and sleeping in the night and burglars kick down the door and riddle them with bullets and kill all of them because of crime and criminality. Why are we trying to defend those for some reason? All of a sudden, you have convenience coming in to defend people who are the cause of the problem, the root cause of the problem. Why? But as we say, there's no honor among thieves. And the PNM has personified that word from since 1956 up to this day. Thank God we are free.
We are free at last. Yeah.
Free at last, thank God we are free at last. And let me say this before I go. Now we could be proud as a people to say every creed and race will find an equal place. And may God bless our Prime Minister, and may God bless the wonderful people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you.
I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, CAO boy.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Is a blessing. With this said, I extend warm Emancipation Day greetings on behalf of this administration to every citizen of this beautiful Twin Island Republic. Let us celebrate with pride. Let us reflect with purpose. And let us keep building a future worthy of those that went before us. May God bless us all. And let us remember that this administration is led by one of the greatest freedom fighters of this country, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, one that fought on our shores and even regional for freedom. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
You hear that? Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Yeah? People, they're free at last. I see a voice note. Let me take this voice note. Hold on a minute.
Professor Walshida, man, deserve an applaud. Give that man that applaud. All right. Well spoken.
Yeah, we will give him the round of applause. We will give him the round of applause. Curtis, boy, they tell you, give you a round of applause, Curtis. Here's the applause. Folks, since we talked about, and I want to go to this situation and somebody say we're on the map. This incident happened. And here we have a map with Venezuela and Trinidad, and they kind of giving you a kind of location. They say how far, what happened here in of the seas and the southernmost Caribbean, right? So take a listen to this, and then I'm gonna play Mashup Walker because they don't do the homework. They do not do their homework. Okay? Listen to this.
65 miles away from TNT. The 11 men killed in a lethal U.S. military strike on an alleged Venezuelan drug-carrying vessel earlier this week reportedly departed from San Juan de Aner, a small coastal fishing town off the Arismendi municipality of Sucre.
Let's see where they depart from. 65 miles away from TNT, right? That's where they depart from.
Venezuela, just approximately 65 miles from Trinidad's northern coast. On Tuesday afternoon, the U.S. confirmed the strike in the southern Caribbean and the deaths of 11 deemed narco-terrorists that they later identified as part of the Venezuelan Tren de Aragua gang. Footage released from the White House yesterday depicted the craft engulfed in fire. U.S. President Donald Trump said that the military strike had been carried out earlier that morning, Tuesday, in the Southcom region on his orders, and that the gang is a designated foreign terrorist organization operating under the control of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Please let this serve as notice to anybody even thinking about bringing drugs into the United States of America. Beware. Thank you for your attention to this matter, wrote Trump. The strike followed a U.S. military buildup in the southern Caribbean that began last week and includes at least 8 warships, an amphibious assault ship, and other naval resources. Speaking to U.S. media shortly after the strike, Secretary of State Marco Rubio stated that drugs on board the vessel were likely heading to Trinidad or another Caribbean country. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, who weeks ago welcomed a U.S. presence in the Caribbean to combat what she said were massive spikes in transnational crime, praised the strike. Kill them all violently, she said of drug traffickers, a remark that has since unsettled fisherfolk and civil society groups. In a report today, Venezuelan independent media El Pitazo attributed the victims to San Juan de Aner. The report states that their sources indicated that the vessel had left the Venezuelan coast on Sunday and was destroyed on Monday in the Caribbean Sea. 8 of the men were natives of the area, and 3 were from neighboring towns, it said.
So, folks,
Family had left the Venezuelan coast on Sunday,
I want you to
Juan
listen
de Aner.
carefully.
The report states,
Folks, I want you all to listen to this carefully, okay? Listen to this. Listen.
Venezuelan independent media El Pitazo attributed the victims to San Juan de Aner. The report states that their sources indicated that the vessel had left the Venezuelan coast on Sunday and was destroyed on Monday in the Caribbean Sea. 8 of the men were natives of the area.
8 of the men were natives of the area. This is a Venezuela reporting. This is not the U.S. or Trinidad and Tobago. This is Venezuela reporting, folks. Now let's continue to listen.
And 3 were from neighboring towns.
3 were from neighboring towns, right? This is the Venezuela reporting this, right? But you know what? A conspiracy theory. People say conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Said. Families and neighbors of the 11 men were pained and outraged over their deaths.
Yeah, that families and neighbors were pained and outraged over their deaths. So they know what's going on. They know exactly what is going on. But we have PNM people with the propaganda, coming with the propaganda. But they don't forget, Do not forget, I just had to remind you all. Tommy had to remind them every single day. Do not forget,
that the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country. And we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
Now, the fella didn't say one of the first things they could do is reduce the amount of people living below the poverty line. You didn't talk about that. The first thing we're going to do is make sure that school children are not fighting in school, right? And bullying each other. You didn't talk about that, But the first thing we'll do is make sure they spread the propaganda of the PNM across Trinidad and Tobago. Just imagine. Let's continue to listen.
San Juan of Aner in mourning. May those fathers who enter this world out of necessity rest in peace, so that their families can live a little better. This is one of the messages being repeated by users on social media, primarily on TikTok. El Pitazo states, "How you left us, my brother. Behind that was God's will. There are a lot of tears and a lot of, I don't understand why you, my precious one. You're going to be missed so much here. You left my heart in 1,000 pieces," are the messages with photos and videos that the relatives of the deceased post on TikTok.
So, folks, what you're seeing on the screen is where the U.S. have a lot of their different ships on sea, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. And you see how close they are to all these different places? Those are the 9 ships they have out at sea. So, I mean, and people, and you from Trinidad and Tobago, and you don't want to take a side, right? It's only the PNM people spreading this propaganda, Yeah?
El Pitazo states, similar messages were found during the express search on TikTok. Family members and friends, it said, also deny that footage of the attack was AI generated, as was claimed by Venezuelan Minister of Communications.
See, family members and friends deny that the footage was AI generated. Yeah? I mean, you know for a fact, if your family left and they ain't come back in 2 days, right? You ain't seen them again. You have an idea they may have, they're involved in nefarious activities. And they ain't come back. Then what? They disappear just so? They know. They know.
Communication and information Freddie Nanas yesterday. El Pataza states that its sources indicated that the vessel was a speedboat, 12 meters long by 2.5 meters wide, with 4 200 horsepower engines. It states that sources claim 2 other boats, loaded with drugs, left the island and passed along the same route without being intercepted. A map of the last estimated locations of the U.S. deployments to the Caribbean as of September 3rd was compiled by American magazine Newsweek, which reported that the U.S. has deployed at least 8 warships and 1 submarine to the Eastern Caribbean. Map of military. They include the Gravely, Jason Dunham, and Samson, which are Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers conducting counter-narcotics patrols, maritime surveillance, and escort missions. According to Newsweek, their advanced radar and missile systems provide both defensive and offensive capabilities for the broader U.S. naval presence. A WASP-class amphibious assault ship, the Iwo Jima, is the lead command vessel of the Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group, which includes the San Antonio and Fort Lauderdale San Antonio-class transport and logistical support ships. The Lake Erie, a Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser, the Minneapolis St. Paul, a Freedom-class littoral combat ship, and the Newport News, a Los Angeles-class nuclear-powered fast attack submarine, are also included. The map indicates that the USS Gravely was last estimated to be closest to Trinidad and Tobago, just north of Puerto Cabello in Venezuela. President Trump yesterday said of the strike on the vessel that it was a necessary effort for the U.S. to send an unmistakable message to Latin American cartels. According to the Associated Press, when asked why the military did not intercept the vessel and capture the men on board, he said, "There were massive amounts of drugs coming into our country to kill a lot of people, and everybody fully understands that, obviously, they won't be doing it again. And I think a lot of other people won't be doing it again. When they watch that tape, they're going to say, let's not do this." Drug boat.
So there you have it, folks. There you have it. And Tommy, I don't understand something, right? I don't understand, right? Okay, you're supporting the PNM, fine. You don't think it's a good idea in order for them to do this so we can stem the drug situation we have in Trinidad and the wider Caribbean? You don't think this is a good idea?
It's a good idea to eradicate the problem, but the method has to be, in my humble opinion, very reasonable and palatable.
So what are you saying?
Because sometimes
that method they just did was unreasonable?
I'm being honest. Maybe I'm compassionate or too compassionate, but to blow up individuals it's a little bit harsh, a little bit.
Go ahead.
I would have taken a different approach.
Mr. Florida, hold on. Tommy, I understand what you're saying, but you are talking about people that have no care in the world. Them don't care. How could you be compassionate with those type of people? They have any compassion? They don't have no compassion. Think about this, Tommy. Think about this. We have people's kids who them fellas transporting the drugs could end up on that drugs. And whose problem is that? That's not their problem. That becomes our problem. You know what? Cancel Christmas.
Yes.
When you get rid of them,
yes,
less people you have to worry about.
It's a problem.
How you gonna be compassionate to them?
Except I don't know. I guess I'm human.
We are
You have to be non-human.
So all right. So Tommy, what would be your solution to that problem? There? What would be your solution? Since you're talking,
I would have intercepted having the amount of resources like they had out there.
Yeah.
I think they should have captured the vessel, captured the perpetrators, and dealt with them from that point of view, as opposed to just blowing up the entire situation.
What kind of message that's sending? What kind of message is sending?
What kind of message it sends the other way?
Yeah. The other way it sends, Tommy, is that you taking a chance now to go out there and transport jobs.
Let me answer this. Let me take this call. Let's take this
Wait.
call.
1 minute. You can take it, but hold on.
You want to take the call?
No, I have a call already. You can take it, but hold on.
I will call back. I'll call back.
Say that again.
Go ahead.
No, because it is getting echo with the phone.
All right. Okay.
Caller, hold on.
No, take it.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. How are you all doing?
Good, thank you.
Very good. Yes, I couldn't help but call when I heard, I don't know if it's one of the hosts of this program, indicating having some compassion for the the individuals on that boat that was blown to smithereens.
Yes.
First, begin with, look, I myself, while I do have some reservations on how the operation was handled, based on the fact that you will have the naysayers or those who don't live in Realville like the rest of us. And just to give you an example, when our commander-in-chief, during the assassination attempts, even then, these idiots were saying that it was all AI. But anyway, but getting back to this situation here, knowing how the mainstream legacy media operates, I think some of the individuals within the Department of Defense or even the options based here in the Southern Command out here and down there in Florida, knowing how the mainstream media works very much in hand with not only the naysayers there in Trinidad, even internationally and here in the US, I think they could have at least, and we've seen the Coast Guard do it themselves, take out the engines. But then everybody is a Monday morning, armchair quarterbacker, right? As the term is used. But unless you yourself are in the middle of a situation like that, and I can even extend this to individuals who are police officers, it's easy for anyone just sitting back and looking through in the living room and to make suggestions about boarding the vessel and all of that. We are still awaiting information how the whole operation went down. But again, I am open-minded, but I have some reservations based on the fact that knowing the aftermath and legacy media who since last November who came to the reality that people don't listen to them anymore. They actually listen to programs like What Is Going On Here by You Good Gentlemen. And you're not mainstream. But anyway, but that's my 2 cents, kid. But the gentleman was saying having compassion. Back in 2002, around that period, I was doing a training program at an institution there in Dallas, Texas. And a number of agencies in the United States send their personnel there for training too. And the person who was doing one of my courses mentioned where when he worked on the border as a supervisor on the southern border, there were two gentlemen, well, I don't want to call them gentlemen, but two men and a woman in the back holding a baby. But something tell him that something it wasn't right. But while the two guys at the front didn't check out, the baby, which looked like the baby was sound asleep, you know what? After thorough vetting and investigation, that was a dead baby. And inside that child, that infant, innocent one, stashed with cocaine. So that's the harsh realities of what drug pushers are all about. So I have no mercy for none of them.
Correct. None.
Anyway, so that's my 2 cents there. And
Where
by
you
the way,
calling from? Where you calling from, caller?
your friend
Captain Singh
called in last Sunday, and I mentioned sympathies between both parties, but due to events and time and everything, I called a bit late. But I will call in early on Sunday if you don't mind. And I wish to, give more details because I understand I left you hanging, and I apologize for that. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. You all have a good night.
Thank you for chiming in.
Thank you. That is a great example of what I'm talking about. Them drug pushers and drug dealers, they may not know compassion. All they want to know, how am I getting the drugs to where I have to go to collect my kakada? They may not know compassion. Boy, every one of them ship, blow them up. Cancel Christmas to them. Every time they get one, put them on the radar and blow them up. You know why? You know what will happen? You know what will happen eventually? Them fellas go say, nah, boy, we ain't taking that chance no more. I ain't taking that chance. You go and capture them and take the boat and put them in jail. You have to spend all kind of money for them, cancel Christmas for them. Over. Yeah? You want to take chance? You want to take your life in your own hand? That is your problem. Suffer the consequences of your actions. You know what that is? It's called the utilitarian approach. In the utilitarian approach, hold on, Mr. Florida. In the utilitarian approach, there are consequences for your actions. If you want to go out and be a drug runner, right? We now have ships in the Caribbean Sea. Take your chance. We'll blow you to smithereens. Go ahead, Mr. Florida.
Good night, Mr. Handsome. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers, Texas. Everybody in life happy to everybody on this Tuesday, through God grace. Yeah, Mr. Handsome, let me tell you, they use makeshift submarines to avoid radar detection. They just have millions of dollars in drugs in those makeshift submarines with 5-6 men. And they skim in the water because they need to breathe. So they just have a small hole to breathe in. These other boats and them go and pick them up when they reach the destination. You see, I listen to a lot of people speak about drugs in Colombia and all that. There's so many people in Trinidad, I didn't know they had access to Russia satellite. Because like the way how they're talking, like they have access, but the funny thing, they're talking about America, and this and that. But why they don't give police information with the drugs and the guns coming in Trinidad? You see, you talk about compassion. What about all these young people that taking and carrying them in the fields and packing? All these fishermen who go in and fishing and disappearing. They never had compassion for me from a long time, And I can remember from a young age, Venezuela, when they was ranking top South American country. They didn't like Trinidadians, because many people when they were on vacation and stuff back in the day, when it was good. And they didn't like Trinidadians. There are people, you see, the thing is, from an age of 18, during school, they teach them military. All of them military trained. And some of them had dangerous tendency. And you can see it, look back in the States over here, how they were running people from the and taking on and thieving and taking their homes and telling you everything outside, and there was video footage on it. They take over a whole complex. And these are the same cartels we're talking about here, and compassion. No. You see what USA is doing, they're playing the art of war. When the cartels, big men and them, cannot get the shipment and the guns and things sell and money start to lose. Because every day is billions of dollars losing, you know. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to say, who's the problem? One man is the problem here in Venezuela, and they will get rid of him. They'll collect that $50 million bounty in a little bit after war. All right, you guys, look on this thing.
I cannot be sorry for people who want to destroy this world. Them fellas and them.
So you tell me that human beings are so dumb and stupid, knowing that there are all these assets out there looking at them, and they're gonna still 11 of them in one pirogue gonna take a chance to run drugs. And you see, I had to think on this really hard. Today I was looking at CNN, and the discussion came up, and it put me in a different headspace where I really had to think really hard and say, yes, it's wrong and they need to be dealt with. But you have to be sure. Are you there, Aslam?
Yeah. You ever hear an accessory to crime? You hear about that? Accessory to crime?
Of course.
I mean, did you also hear that 2 of the boats get away? 2 of them get away? 2 of them pass? You hear that? In the story we just
with all those assets out there, none of them should be able to pass. None of them should be able to pass with all that.
To me, 2 of them pass to go and destroy people. 2 of them pass. Their goal is to get money with a destructive product. They pass. Them pass. So no.
Well, what good is having 9 warships or 9 ships in
what good?
that body of water, and they still can't. And 2 out of 3 pass. That means that you're failing.
That just
2 out of 3 is not a pass, Mark.
No, but I just tell you, they have 9 and 2 pass. Maybe they need to have 18. They need to have 18, so none of them could pass. So to me, once they pass, you know what they're going down and they get their drugs the way it's going? It's going to destroy our society. I could show compassion for them. Boy, I wish when they pass, some of our radar in some other place fall and blow them up too. Blow them up. You know what this is like? Hold on. You know what this is like? This is similar to when the Prime Minister Kamala Prasad say light them up. And you know what people say? Oh God, she had no compassion. She had no this, she had no that. What are you doing in my house? What are you doing transporting drugs? What are you doing that? Why? Why are you doing that? Caller, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Professor Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, everyone. Yeah. I've been listening and I've been observing. Now, you got to remember one thing. I've been hearing people say why they didn't interdict them. Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, you know, I grew up in a security family. This issue of drugs and guns has been going on in Trinidad for decades. It's a scourge. Almost 5,000 people die over the last 10 years. The problem is, which is going on, there is a pipeline coming from Colombia that goes through Venezuela and passes through Trinidad for years. Now, the thing is, the US, whether people like it or not, as I told you, I ain't no favorite of Trump, President Trump. That's just my perspective. But you know, when he came into power, he has Marco Rubio. And I told you the last time about Manuel Noriega. The US used Manuel Noriega and they used drugs for the Contras and all of that back in the 80s. And then they dealt with him. The fact is, when Trump came into power in January 20th, he indicated to Venezuela that he is going to assign and attach to drug runners as narco terrorists. And if you go, I ask anybody, go and look at what, when the US deems any organization a narco terrorist, it means that you are enemy of the United States. That means you are an enemy combatant. That means they will take military action. Now, you just pointed out one thing. The thing is, 2 boats passed, and one, as the article said, left on Sunday, and it was intercepted on Monday. If you are going Sunday into Monday, that means you probably were doing this at night. And what people don't understand, the CIA have eyes all over Venezuela, all over the world. They could pinpoint probably when that shipment with the 11 guys were picked up. They know that. So what Trump is saying here is, it's one of what is called negative reinforcement. For too long, Venezuela, and you can go and check, Maduro's family has been involved in drug running. It's a fact. In fact, I think either Maduro or Chavez, their family is in the United States under lockdown. So they allow those 2 votes probably to go, and they use what is called negative reinforcement. You are narco-terrorist, you are an enemy combatant, and you are coming to the United States, whether people like it or not. We are going to send a clear message. We're not looking to interdict, because them boats running, there's 4 boats running, 4 engines running at night. If they try to catch them, they run up into Trinidad. They don't have access to Trinidadian waters. They don't. So it is a clear message, a clear and present message to all the people who are coming from Venezuela and running drugs, and they bring
Call back. 757-762, call back.
Say that again? Yeah, let me just finish off because the other call is coming in. Yeah. But I'll leave you with this. And I am telling you I don't swear, but I'm making an affirmation. I have family members who worked with the DEA, and I can't say everything, but I'm telling you, I give you one instance, how this has been going on. And it's been going on for years. Drug money laundering, and nobody's tracking it. I'm telling you this. One of my family members, close family members, he was in an interdiction right down the port of Port of Spain. He got the message. He went with his men. And one of the people who were in charge of that container said, "You're not going to get access to this. You're not going to get access to check this." And so said, so done. Before he could break that seal, before he could break that seal, he got a call. You got to stand down. This has been going on for too long. 5,000 murders, guns of all coming in from Miami and coming in from Venezuela. They mean business. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. So folks, my stand is simple. My stand is simple. If you're going to be involved in illegal activities, nobody. If you are going to involve in illegal activities, especially drugs, nobody should show you any compassion unless you are at the end of the spectrum and you're taking it, and we have to have some compassion for you to get you off of it. But if you don't want bringing it, cancel Christmas for you. Cancel Christmas. KFC, go ahead. KFC.
Hello, good night, Professor Washit, and Doctor Uncle Tommy. I put a hand on the name because I call and say, put a hand on the name, we'll get both up. But Mr. Washit, I hear one of them Venezuelan ministers come out and calling my Honorable Prime Minister drunkard.
Yeah.
You well fast out there, place, but I like Philip Alexander and Roger Alexander, he getting good, but I see and send good, he and send questions and the ball.
Yeah, the fella was just nervous at the beginning, man. The fella was nervous. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fella
He
batting
also,
in the crease now.
he also Kenyan.
Yeah, he batting in the crease.
Yeah, you can't get up here and them no armor to talk about this and talk about that and all kind of thing in it. The fella let me in the right class.
Yeah, he batting in the crease.
You get better and better. And then going for the break, the man. Yeah, bless and love.
Bless. Listen to the Commissioner of Police.
Because when the U.S. Armada comes calling, I wish you luck in treating with what will not be a happy ending.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no pity on anyone caught in that net.
Hear that? Hear that? This is the Commissioner of Police. Commissioner of Police. Listen to him. Listen to him.
Because when the U.S. Armada comes calling, I wish you luck in treating with what will not be a happy ending. I have absolutely no pity on anyone caught in that net, be it carried or criminal.
Yep.
I am grateful for the decisive U.S. intervention. The resources deployed will undoubtedly place a significant dent in narcotics trafficking across the Southern Caribbean.
Correct.
Let this serve as a clear warning to our officials of fortune who board their pirogues chasing perilous tides of profit.
Hear that?
Because when the U.S. Armada comes calling, I wish you luck in treating with what will not be a happy ending. I have absolutely no pity on anyone caught in that net, be it carried or criminal. I am grateful for the decisive U.S. intervention. The resources deployed will undoubtedly place a significant dent in narcotics trafficking across the Southern Caribbean. Let this serve as a clear warning to our officials of fortune who board their pirogues chasing perilous tides of profit.
Yep. We cannot have
Because when the
passion for them people and them. No, I'm sorry, we can't, man. Because them on the road of destruction. Let me take this voice note. This is
Good night, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy. Mr. Washington, also, we haven't seen a full-length video with the drone chasing on the boat and stuff, but I'm sure before they blow up the boat, the U.S. Navy would have had some intelligence about the drone sending back some information to them with packaging and stuff, right? And they will know how they just package the thing. Plus 11 man in a boat with 4 engine. Who does go out in the sea with 4 engine to fish, right? But I also want to tell the U.S. Navy, if all they catch the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard doing illegal activity out there, all you hold them and all too.
Oh God. You know, anything to make my country better, I for that. Anything. Right? And of course, when these things happen, there'll be an accessory to these things that I do. Yes, COP. 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Professor Wall Street.
Yeah.
And here Penny trying to challenge the Commissioner of Police because of the Commissioner of Police stand.
Yeah.
The CARICOM want to get rid of narco trafficking.
Correct.
And the US come to help us.
Correct.
Why the PNM can't understand that? And next thing I watch, why our fourth estate only asking ridiculous question? Trinidad and Tobago have no problem with Venezuela?
No.
And why it is our media, especially CNC3, when we're watching the news, is 15 minutes as if Trinidad and Kamala has something with Venezuela. 15 minutes a Venezuela problem. It have nothing to do with Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to advise national security, all about other payment for this. But stop answering the media. When the media asks only ridiculous question about Venezuela, stop answering them. Just let them know that we don't have no problem with Venezuela, but the asking national security and the asking ministers, and then to me, I seen like they transferring that information to Venezuela now, and them dialoguing and trying to create a confusion. What Trinidad media looking for? For Venezuela to look for war now with Trinidad? That is all their agenda? Media, fourth estate? That is all their agenda? All you want Maduro to send people over here to disrupt the governance of Trinidad and Tobago?
Pick a fight with Trinidad. That's what they want them to do.
That is what the media encouraging.
It's the PNM media, the PNM fake news media. That is it.
Encouraging this and breathing 15 minutes of propaganda in the airs of the future of this country. Just because the Prime Minister stopped the funding, every year we must give the media $300 million.
1%. Get them all the money. They must get all the money. All. They may want the PNM and get nobody else. They get them all. 99.9% they get them.
And when this government say no, they get like a raging bull.
Yes.
And start to spread propaganda and create conflict among Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela. If Venezuela send people over here, it will affect you all too. It will affect the school system. What's wrong with all the media? All looking expensive in front of the TV with tongues and makeup on all the face just to bring propaganda?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Folks, we're going to take that break. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. But heated in the village tonight, but we come to every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And that caller who called earlier, you can call back after the break.
We'll be right back. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more rolling again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more rolling again. Bye bye rolling, bye bye. Bye bye rolling, bye bye.
We are back with you. It's in the
Caller,
village.
you're live. Go ahead, caller.
Caller, you live.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening again. Good evening again, gentlemen. I caught a replay when I spoke earlier to you good folks, and well, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, but right now I'm in what is soon to be the second safest city in the United States, and the locals call this city Chiraq. CHIRAQ.
Chicago.
You know what that stands for? Thank you. Thank you. Another thing too, you would never see in Trinidad media and the alphabet, whether it's CNN, the Chinese news network, or the Clinton news network, ABC, or none of them, you will never see what I have witnessed myself in Washington, D.C. Black people like you, me, Latinos, whatever, coming and thanking their police force who are now under federal command. You didn't see that. You wouldn't see that on those regular media. Guys, go out and find it. It exists. And we're going to do the same thing with Chicago. And to the haters out there, I see them in the chat and stuff, and they're saying, you know, I drinking the Kool-Aid from Fox News, and I'm a Trump boy, and all this kind of nonsense. Let me tell you something, okay? You know, life has choices. Unfortunately, you were only two choices.
Tommy, you gone? Tommy. Tommy, you have to unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Caller, welcome. Ram the Rhine, welcome.
Good night, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
What is called
I want to say, I was watching at
Hold on. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah.
Tommy, your mic was muted. Go ahead. Ram the Rhine, hold on. Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead with your caller.
Oh yeah, well, China.
Mr. Virginia, your call is cutting off.
Was there. All right, okay, catch you later.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Ram the Rhine, go ahead.
Yeah. I was watching that press conference this evening. I know the president has the most stupid, ignorant, and uneducated set of journalists. These guys, they know nothing about journalism. They should go back to school and get a course to be a journalist, and then come back and do the job. Because the stupid question they ask, and they ask the same question a million times. So, and the whole bunch of them should be fired. So they have no idea of being a journalist. I don't know where to get them from, especially Akash and the next Indian ball one. Where to get this guy from? You know, they should listen to the journalists in Canada or in the States and learn what journalism is about. You see? And next thing, I read a Penny saying, Kamala must shut him out. Go up him out. Who the hell is Penny Beckles? 1 cent week Beckles to tell Kamala? Huh? Why should they tell Rowley? Why should they tell Rowley to shut up? Yeah? She can't tell Rowley to shut up. She couldn't do that, but she get voice now.
Yeah.
And talking stupidness. You know? Anyhow, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, you'll take care. Have a good night.
Before we play this next thing, I want you
Okay,
to
thank
listen
you.
to Marsha work. Let me listen to Marsha work. Let me take this. You are welcome.
Good night. Yes, good night. Very interesting program tonight. I'm listening you all and I'm watching TV at the same time too, CSI.
That's okay.
Yeah, because I like how they deal with crime and thing in CSI. Yeah, but anyway, I want Trinidad and Tobago to always remember Penny and all she minions is a part of the Costa Nostra. The Costa Nostra is right. It is a Sicilian mafia Italian code. And Rowley stand up in the podium and he said it. He said it's a mafia, and under a mafiaistic code, we keep each other secret. He said as long as we stay together, we will survive together, and we agree not to breach the code of secrecy, for it is a brotherhood of wrongdoers, right? He said the moment you go out there and expose us, now check the word in that man used. The moment you go out there and expose us, he said, for that we're going to kill you politically. Now we add political to it, but it's really to kill you and silence you. Because that is how the code of the Costa Nostra operates. Because I saw it in the History Channel. I also Googled it up when he had said it on the podium. And when he was saying it, he PNMites people, they had to laugh and clap like if there's something so good the man was saying. And he said as long as he said for that we're gonna kill you politically. It's a code of the Costa Nostra. Now Rowley was the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and under Rowley, all of them signed this behind closed doors demonic deal that they will stand up for each other and they will stay quiet about everything, and they control every part of the system in Trinidad and Tobago just like the Costa Nostra does, right? That is why today Penny is silent about it and she fighting on Kamala. Why Kamala standing up for what is right? Because Penny is for wrongdoing. Penny is not for the right thing in this country, and people voted Kamala there for a purpose, to govern this country in the right way and to stand up for the people. Whereas with Penny, if Penny was in government, you think this government would do good for this country, Mr. Tommy Wall Street? She would never take no stand because she's siding for wrongdoing, because that is what they did. That is what they use the blood and they sign a covenant deal with the devil. That is why when one of the members died in a fire and the fire killed 2 children, you see all of them come out there and shedding crocodile tears for that lady. So let me tell you something. And you see the media, the CN3 is controlled by the 1%. And the media had to stoop to them and ask all kind of dotish question and try to twist up. Sometimes I just watch them and I just say, wait, like them is the attorneys and UNC have to answer question. But Auntie Kamala, if you're listening to this program, make sure and let
only allow 2 or 3 questions by the media for your people to answer, because they're going to take all your words and they're going to twist it and turn it how they want to. The media is demonic, right? And they have to be very careful of the media, because Kamala now coming government, you'll be there for 5 years. I'm going to say 500 years. You'll be there for 5 years and yeah. yeah. Go as the Lord permits. Kamala is going to stay there for as long as the Lord permits her to be there, and that will be for the best interest of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And Kamala ain't working alone for this country. God is behind the scene. Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus, he is working behind the scenes to clean up the mess that Rowley them had this country under since Eric William time, and brainwash the people. This is not good. This is not good with this Penny. How Penny could talk like that? That woman don't even have as much as an ounce of love in she. Not even a penny love in she, or sent love. You going after Kamala and telling and Kamala what kind of thing? You fasten out a place, Miss Penny. Teach your children to do the right things and to stand up for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and stand for what is right, not what is wrong. Because one thing, who will suffer is the PNM people, not nobody else. Is the PNMites, because they're in bondage and they will remain in bondage if they don't decide to get out of it now. It will destroy them. Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye. So folks, listen to this. Listen to Mashup Walker.
A vessel believed to have been carrying drugs was struck down by the US today, and apparently 11 terrorists have been killed. According to a BBC report, it is so far unclear what drugs the vessel was believed to have been carrying. It appears that we are now living in the twilight zone, in a matrix of sorts, because it is unreal to me that persons are defending this, that our Prime Minister is supporting this. Our Prime Minister, who is a senior counsel, a member of the judiciary. Have we bypassed the courts? The vessel wasn't seized. The drugs were not seized. A case was not made before the courts to say, listen, these people who have a constitutional right of being innocent until proven guilty were killed. We said they're terrorists. We've not even named them. There's nothing there other than the US saying they're terrorists, the US saying that it was a vessel with drugs on it. We have literally entered this weird state of vigilante justice. Are we going to start to do that for politicians, for those that we believe are sleeping with girls who are trafficked? So if I think you're sleeping with a girl who is trafficked, we just strike you too? Forget your day in court? We have totally bypassed the courts. Evidence doesn't matter. Lawyers don't matter. Because we can simply say now, you're a terrorist and we're going to bomb you. Full stop. Is this really where we have reached? We have no longer, detection rate don't matter. And that's what it comes down to. The detection rate is so poor that we think we have to reach to this. But when the little black boy picks up a gun and says he's going to defend his family because the society, the state, the government won't do their jobs, we have a problem with that. We have a problem with their gang warfare. But we are the same. We are the same. We have bypassed everything. We say he's a terrorist, so we bomb you. Well, I say we start to do that with everything too. If we think you're involved in crime, we bomb you up. No questions asked. What say you?
Somebody send Mashup walk and tell she. Tommy, let me ask you a question. You believe what she said? I mean, I look like I'm putting you on the spot tonight, but I shouldn't do that. But I asking you a question. You agree with what she said? Because she's saying something like what you saying, right? Compassion, right? The drug runners and them should get the day in court, right? Yeah? Your mic muted. Your mic muted. Your mic is muted. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I was asking if you agree
Yeah.
with. Oh, come in, let me take this call. Hold on a minute. Ryan, go ahead. Let me take this call. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. Wall Street.
Yeah.
And Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
Like Masha Walker no get up from a long slumber. When she was sleeping for the past 6 months.
I don't know.
And she had those inside her bag. So when she get up, she had ramped up. You know, why does the woman go back and sleep? Eh? Why she don't go back and sleep? And when she get up, talk from the sense. Eh? That is the most selfless thing I've heard in the longest while. That one on the brain. She had the brain. She changed the ministry. She changed the ministry from Mako ministry to a different ministry now. That woman has no shame. She has no shame. She should go back and put her head in a flour bag and go back to bed.
Yeah.
You know? And when she get up, watch herself carefully in the mirror and see how she look before she go on national television. Yeah. and that's it.
All right. You're going out around the line. Yeah, thank you. Tell me you agreed with what she said? Did you hear her?
Definitely not.
You hear the kind of
I heard her.
You hear the kind of goobly gawk she talking about, boy? People had the day in court. Eh? You know what? They had the day in court. They will never run drugs again. They will never ever run drugs again. One less people you had to deal with. One less. One less kid, right, may end up on drugs. One less. Due to that thing. All the whatever they was carrying. And the people from the area identify them. This wasn't the FBI or the CIA or the TTPS identify them. The people from the Venezuela area identify them. They know who they are. They know. All the like people don't know if they have a drug runner in the neighborhood. They know who it is. They know who doing it. Marsha Walker and them should just go in a corner and sit down. Don't even come up. Don't even wake up. Yeah, and it's so much of them, eh? It's so much of them, eh? And then here is Penny Wigbeckers.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Well, you really feeling people care for you, boy? Huh? There are so many constituencies where people waiting a year, 2 years. You can't get your pension. You can't get your public assistance. They have no officer.
Don't jackass the thing.
Well, you really feeling people care for you, boy? Huh? There are so many constituencies where people waiting a year, 2 years. You can't get your pension. You can't get your public assistance. They have no officer.
Don't jackass the thing. Don't jackass the thing. Don't jackass the thing.
You know, I tell you, when Marvelous Marva said this,
that the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country. And we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
So, folks, it's not just happening outside, you know. The propaganda is not just outside, you know. The propaganda is also in the parliament as well. It's in the parliament too, you know. Listen to this.
Well, you don't just get up and talk for the sake of talking.
I have reliable information that those on the other side have reached their hands into the HSF, but they haven't announced it to the people of this country, Mr. Speaker.
The constant resort to reliable information is something that has me concerned. If you're going to represent to the House that the information you have seen it, you rely on it, and there must be a reason why you rely on it, I'm going to allow you to continue. But I take that as a representation that you hold to.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I retract. What I'm saying to those on the other side is that I'm asking a question. Have you
Go ahead, caller.
Well, hello?
Go ahead, you're live.
Uncle Tom.
Yes.
Uncle Tom, what are you hearing?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, one, I want to find out something. You hear me?
You hear we listening?
Yeah. If Russia or China or one of them countries was to invade we and take we over, who is the first people who come to help we? Not America or England, the old colonialists and them.
Venezuela.
Why are these Vietnamese people in this country so foolish? Why are they so foolish? This Maduro supposed to drop a bomb here and get rid of all the Vietnamites in Trinidad. Something is wrong. Leave America to do what they have to do. We can't see what we border. Why? What's wrong with these Dutish people in Trinidad? Boys, you hear that girl Marsha Walker talking just now? She real. Look at that stupid people we are here, boy. But anyway, what I want to say is that all who will be waiting for Venezuela to help we, I'm glad for them. Yeah. Anyway, what I want to say is that.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have a voice now.
And expose us, and for that, we're going to kill you politically. It's the core of the Cosa Nostra. As long as we stay together, we will survive together. And we agree not to breach the code of secrecy.
Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap, you know?
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity. And of course, if one wants to take advantage of opportunities that are made available, one has to prepare oneself to make sacrifice, to make the effort, because out of effort will come reward. So it's not a simple up and down situation. It is that you have a target of ensuring that no one is left behind and that there's opportunity for everyone to move up.
People of this country are quiet, accountable, to secure the country and to make you feel safe. Right? The Ministry of National Security is the largest single international budget using the war against the criminal elements.
Let's take it.
Must be held accountable. Countries are washed in blood.
Follow your live.
News item in this country where there isn't a good chance that a major part of the news is who killed who. We're taking the advice from you.
Follow your live.
And when you have done enough of
Oh, yeah. All right. Hello again, gentlemen. Norfolk, Virginia. I do apologize. I shouldn't be speaking while I'm getting it through my audio system in my vehicle. It's just when you're on the phone and talking on the radio on. So I apologize for that. But I just want to also, when you played that clip there by Keith Rowley and Wall Street, I think you know where you're going with this, and I'm sure you would too. A good gentleman also, Uncle. He's describing there something that is a GOP economic process called trickle-down economics, right? Where they say, the guys who produce on top, manufacturers, entrepreneurs and so on.
Reaganomics.
They succeed if they have business, it's spread to everyone else. Doesn't it sound like that to you, Mr. Wall Street?
It is. It is the same thing.
Right. And he is right. It's the same thing. But yet he will go about and portray, and contradict himself. So that is straight out of the Republicans, playbook, which I know he ain't a fan of. However, I want to add to that that something the commissioners stated there. You know that Tran and those other groups, because they have been termed as being terrorist organizations, well, I don't know regurgitate what the good commissioner said. However, something else too. Even when you attack, even in Trinidad, right? You're terrorists, you're not fighting under a flag, so you're not covered by the Geneva Convention. And this nonsense, this woman you had on earlier, talking about due process. Due process, you've been termed a terrorist, and that's what these narcotic groups are. They're terrorists. So therefore, there's a joke that they have in law enforcement. They said, you remember a couple of years ago, the Russians had a terrorist who seized a theater, and they call in their Spetsnaz, I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but they're special forces, and they went and they took them on. They said that something I think the PNM will do, even, the Democrats, that if you have a similar situation of a hostage crisis, they will faster call, instead of calling the special operations forces to come and handle the situation, they will faster call lawyers. And as far as terrorists are concerned, you're terrorists. Don't waste taxpayers' money, getting a lawyer to defend you, to feed you, and to just keep you breathing. So anyway, I just wanted to add that. Gentlemen, have a good night. I took up enough time. Talk to you on Sunday. Cheers.
Tommy, when I'm playing a voice note, do you hear the voice note? Tony,
when you play a voice note, yes.
When I'm playing a voice note, do you hear it?
Usually, yes.
Yeah, because what would happen if I'm playing a voice note? You could take the call, right? But don't put it on air yet, so the voice note could finish.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So let's listen to this. The Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander. Take a listen.
Again, colleagues and friends. Yeah? All right. Very early on arrival here, a question was asked. So today we'll put to rest that question. The Port of Spain prison was built in 1757. At the time when the prisons were referred to as a holding pen. Underline the words holding pen. Long before light bulbs was even invented. Today, after 268 years later, United
Listen to this. And for most of those years, who was in power in Trinidad and Tobago? For most of those years.
British.
PNL. No, I'm just saying since we became independent.
Okay, since we became independent.
Yes, since we became independent. Who was the most in power, right? And in a government in power 4 months sees that, you know what? We can't continue this. The Royal Jail, that's what I knew it back then. I wonder if that is still in him. And I expect to get different results.
National Congress government, led by the Honorable Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, has taken the historical decision to decommission the Port of Spain prison. 268 years later, I am pleased to announce this. This facility has been reportedly condemned by courts as being unfit for housing prisoners and has cost the state millions of dollars in damages for breaches of the constitutional rights of persons. This facility is an eyesore. When you come into Trinidad and Tobago on arrival here and you go to the city, people take you to the prison. They often ask you, you have persons in there? And the answer is yes. Rather than continuing paying compensation to prisoners for breach of the constitutional rights by housing them in facilities that is subhuman and degrading, the government will save money and invest instead in a state-of-the-art prison facility, modernized to assist in rehabilitation and restorative justice. The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago instructed us to consult with persons in and around Port of Spain. And let me tell you this, we have the support of the Chamber and the business community in and around Port of Spain. This is long overdue. This will be done in four phases. When you look at it, the first phase will be, in fact, removing prisoners from Port of Spain to the maximum security prison in Aruca. Condemned persons and persons on remand. And we'll continue doing that until the prison is no more. Proper area considered real estate of high value is often degraded or downgraded by the presence of a prison in Port of Spain. This decision, again, was taken by the Honorable Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, when she came into office. Any questions? You can ask me if you want. Now, let's go through it, or you want to ask questions after. All right, well then after?
We'll take questions after all.
Right, take questions after.
I mean, let me say this, sir. Let me say this. I just thought about this. I just thought about this. You know, PNM people jumping up and down, and everything for them is race, right? Everything for them is race. Well, let me not say everything. Most of the things for them is race. Let me ask you a question. What race of people you think will be predominantly in the Royal Jail? I mean,
people of African descent.
African descent, right? Right?
Yes.
The PNM had a black prime minister for 2 terms. 2 terms. And they stated that the prison is not good for humans. Why couldn't the man who called himself the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago decide, yes, they are prisoners, they have done bad things, but they're humans as well. And you should provide them with the right human condition. It takes an Indian Prime Minister, Kamala Prasad Bissessa, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bissessa, after 4 months in office, for them same set of black people in their prison to at least see light at the end of the tunnel. They're still in prison, but they will be getting an upgrade. You know what they're doing? They're going from the sub-basement to the first floor. Under the P&M, they may have went from the penthouse into the sub-basement. And these are predominantly black prisoners. And all they want to tell P&M like black people. P&M like black people. Well, you miss me, eh? Miss me, eh? Miss me. It's here to show you.
You made an error. They went from the basement to the sub-basement.
Thank you, Tommy. From the basement to the sub-basement. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it is. They went from the basement to the sub-basement, right? But you know what, Tommy? That was the Minister of Homeland Security talking about something significant, right? The P&M again. The P&M again. Here is another one. I've said it. The P&M should never see the corridors of government for another 5 decades. You see the 10 years they was in power? I multiply that by 5. 50 years. They should sit on the bench. 50 years. 5 decades. You all listen to this one. Listen to this one. And this one is dear to me too, from the Minister of Sports. Listen to this one. Take a listen.
Good afternoon to the members of the media and the listening and viewing public. This evening I have 2 announcements. One, the agreement to appoint Mr. Dwayne Bravo as an ambassador of sport for Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Dwayne Bravo has distinguished himself as one of Trinidad and Tobago's most celebrated.
Tommy, I just thought of something else. Just imagine, Tommy, if it was Sunil Narayan instead of Dwayne Bravo. What do you think P&M people would have been saying?
Very unkind words.
Okay. Think about that, folks. Just imagine if that was Sunil Narayan or Nikki P. They had done that. What do you think them P&M people would have been saying? What do you think they would have been saying? What do you think they're easy? What do you think they're easy?
Sportsman. He is internationally recognized as a premier cricketer, captain, and all-rounder, having represented the West Indies cricket team with distinction. In addition to his cricketing accomplishments, Mr. Bravo has also made significant cultural contributions through music and ambassadorship in promoting Trinidad and Tobago worldwide. Currently, Mr. Bravo is the head coach of the TKR team, and Mr. Bravo has also proven to be an international businessman who will bring much benefits to Trinidad and Tobago through this new role. Secondly,
you all hear this one, eh? Listen to this one. You know how hard they've been fighting in the background for the P&M to do this here? You know how hard people been fighting? Eh? The P&M wanted no part of it. None. 4 months. 4 months. Here comes the UNC under the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bissessa, and they get it done. 4 months. 4 months. Policy, that's why you can't. We do not want to see. We do not want to see the face. Nor do we want to see the back of the PNM for the next 50 years. We don't want to see the side. We don't want to see the face. We don't want to see with the back. We don't want to see nothing of them in the halls of government for the next 50 years.
Cabinet has also agreed to approve the Citizenship of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago Amendment Bill 2025, and also agreed that the bill is to be introduced in Parliament at its earliest opportunity. The purpose of this bill is to amend the Citizenship of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago Act, Chapter 1.50, to provide the acquisition of citizenship of persons born outside of Trinidad and Tobago if his or her grandparent was a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and at the date of his or her birth. We believe that introducing the grandparent law, we will create a wider pool of athletes to tap into international athletes. Currently, for example, football, we have 211 footballing countries under FIFA. We are one of the 5 countries that do not use that particular grandparent law.
So you know what? I'm going to stop it there. Folks, listen to this, folks. The United States of America soccer team, United States of America, they allow that. They allow that. Many other countries allow that. Tommy, you know it's interesting, right? When you look at the France soccer team, most of those guys were not born in France, you know. You aware of that?
Good.
Huh?
Yes. Yes, I'm aware.
We in Trinidad and Tobago, so backward, and all them years under the PNM, all those years under the PNM, boy, it take us back to 1892 or 1862. Yeah, because 1862. Because they say Columbus discovered was in 1492, Tommy, it's 1492.
1492 for Christopher Colon.
Yeah, Christopher Colon. Yeah, 1492. But let me take 2 voice notes here, Tommy. You have any voice note? Let me take a voice note.
Hey, good night, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Hear this. You must remind your audience, or in fact, I want to tell all the listeners, remember, no matter what propaganda PNM given out, let us keep in mind the budget will make the difference when the budget call. Reminding the listeners, remind them. Right now, Kamla just taking things cool and easy, but the budget is what will activate the phone. You buy a phone, but it had to be activated. The budget is what will activate many things, right? Constitutional reform is a very important thing. We will hear legislations put in place, and the budget, Kamla know that it will make a big difference. That is when police come in for them. Coming for all of them. Alwari and Company Limited. And the Dwen, well, he trembling in the boots. Yeah. So don't worry. Everybody, remember, the budget is what will make the difference. So everybody could go ahead and, with a propaganda machine, no problem. I patiently waiting for the budget. You too?
Correct.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Heads will roll. Yeah. It's true they don't lock up MPs because they have a jail-free card, but they are no jail-free card again, you know. So then, let Alwari and Company Limited pay back from the pocket. All right, you see how the High Court judge send a file and document to the DPP? That is the man will bring the final judgment. Right? Because I one of the highest officers in the country. And we're going to hear from him, but let the budget call, and a lot of things will fall into place. That's why Kamala just taking it cool. We have to remember that Kamala and them already have 2/3 of the house, you know. Them have the upper and the lower, you know. So it had nothing people could do, even though they rant and rave. It had nothing they could do to Kamala. She have the final say as head of the country. So all the talking and talking. So propaganda, all these things is just noise. You understand? It will not stop Kamala from doing what she had to do. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to feel they could destabilize the government. But the government becoming more stable and then becoming more unstable, and they're falling and falling lower and lower every day. Bunch of ignoramuses.
Thank you, Goodwin. Do we have any voice note there?
No.
Okay, let's listen to the Minister of Education today.
Good afternoon to members of the press and the viewing audience. I wanted to address the topic.
Folks, please put your closing quotes, your closing comments in the chat. Put your closing quotes, your closing comments in the chat, and send your closing voice note. Let me say congratulations to Gordon Dryden Joseph. I think his son is now the mental health coach for QRC. Is it QRC? Yeah. Congratulations to you, Gordon Dryden Joseph. You know, they say the mango don't fall far from the tree. That's what they said, Tommy.
Yep, the fruit.
Okay. All right, let's listen to folks.
Of introduction of police officers into schools. Presently, the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the Ministry of National Security, Homeland Security, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, is introducing police officers into schools across Trinidad and Tobago. And this is as part of a wider strategy.
Why didn't Nyan Gatsby Dolly think about this? What about this? How come she didn't think about that? What was she doing while she wasn't able to think about that? I don't know. I'm asking her. What was she doing that she didn't think about this? Huh?
To create safe and secure learning environments. The deployment plan is as follows. 2 police officers will be stationed in 50 secondary schools identified as priority institutions. 10 other secondary schools and 10 primary schools will benefit from dedicated police patrols to ensure consistent coverage and rapid response. And the reason behind this is that there has been rising incidents of indiscipline and violence in our schools. Recent years have seen increased reports of school violence, gang influence, and threats from external elements. And these trends threaten student safety and disrupt teaching and learning. In order to ensure safety in a changing environment, both in and outside of the school environment, schools must be protected against the full range of risk in our society today. So to meet this responsibility, police officers will be deployed in full operational kits, consistent with best international practice, to act as visible deterrents and to respond immediately should threats arise. And let's consider the international best practice. This approach mirrors successful models in countries such as the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Jamaica, and Barbados, where school resource officers are dedicated police units form part of national strategies to safeguard students. So we're all about protecting our students and staff. And the presence of these trained officers will serve as both a deterrent to disruptive behavior and an immediate response mechanism to threats. And this will ensure that schools that were considered high risk will move towards becoming safe zones. We also include in the community police approach. Officers will not only provide security, but will also engage students, parents, and teachers in building trust, discipline, and mutual respect. This approach supports the existing approach to discipline in our schools. These officers will complement, not replace, existing discipline measures and guidance programs. In our schools, we have our principals who are responsible for the day-to-day management of the schools. Their responsibility is to supervise the physical safety of pupils, to ensure that the discipline of schools, and to address student discipline in accordance with the National School Code of Conduct. In schools, we also have MTS officers, and they're the ones who control entry and exit protocols to all visitors, students, and staff. They will log and they will continue to fulfill their functions. They will log and maintain records of contractors, school assets, persons entering and exiting the compound. You have another layer of personnel in the school health, safety, and security officers. Normally, they're just referred to as safety officers. They are there to ensure that they implement a school safety and security plan, providing recommendations to the principal, conducting risk assessment, and identifying potential hazards, amongst their other duties. And so, our police officers will fulfill the role of school-oriented police officers. They will perform policing duties in accordance with the Police Service Act, Chapter 5901, and the Special Reserve Police Act, Chapter 5903, and relevant departmental orders. Their responsibility will be to ensure that they support all of the discipline measures in schools. So, come Monday, when students arrive at school where we have police officers, students will be welcomed by a team. Your MTS officers, your safety officers, your deans of discipline, and your school-oriented police officers. And all students will be greeted respectfully and in a professional manner. And if there's a need to search a student, there are protocols in place. If a weapon is found in a student's bag or on their person, the principal will be immediately notified, and the item will be secured safely by the MTS officer, the safety officer, or the school-oriented police officer. And then these school discipline measures will come in place. And so I want to say that as we go forward in schools, we are taking a zero tolerance on indiscipline, especially with violence, and all incidents will be treated with severity if weapons are involved. Thank you very much.
So that was the Minister of Education, boy. Yeah? Already hard at work, doing things the PNM couldn't do in 10 years. 4 months, and they're on the job getting it done. Yeah? 4 months. Unbelievable. Thank you, Curtis. I like these measures from the Minister of Education. It's about time. It's about time. Yeah. Why can the PNM get it done in 10 years? Yeah? Monica says, Minister of Education, I hope you cater for those kids who is bigger than the teachers and even the police. Don't worry, Monica. Yeah? Don't worry, Monica. You're taking care of that. Different story. Okay. What going Joseph said? Well, it's congrats to him because it's he who beat the books, prayed, go to school and work more smart than hard. All right, Gordon. All right, Gordon. KFC, have a minute before the top of the hour. Go ahead.
Yeah, I, Professor Washington, Doctor, Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
I'll have a blessed night until Sunday, me tag it. But Mr. Washington, we're doing polls in the schools, right? Remember them schools that I'm in real high-risk areas and things too, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to be around the school like Nelson Street School and all them rest of schools and then put some polls in there, man.
No, they in real plenty schools, you know. They're no joking.
Yeah, like more. We trying to call the schools and them, but we know the schools and them was at the table. Okay, remember the school up Roselle up there?
Yeah.
When teachers are be talking and students are be talking on the bench and all them kind of thing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just taking care of the nation and trying them now, so they can learn in a proper way now. Bless.
Correct is right. Yeah. So, folks, we're going to take that break. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. As the professor says, don't forget, as soon as you come and share the live.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. Where, Mr. Florida? Mr. Florida.
Hey, good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night, all the callers, sex, everybody on the live. Everybody be safe until we meet again Sunday. Mr. Hanson, listening to the Honorable Minister just now there, I feel like I'm in Florida. Yeah, the measures that are taken in Florida, I feel like I'm in Florida. You see, progress. You see, when people know it's progress, and I want to say good night to Gordon. Gordon, congratulations to your son. Your son bright, bro. He's a big position there, right? In a big school.
You know, they say the apple don't fall far from the tree. That apple fall on the tree and it roll down the hill.
No, but I feel Gordon had that boy when he was much younger. The brain was good. but Mr. Tommy, since when Trinidad and Tobago become a superpower?
I don't know.
Because the way I hear people talking, they question in America, so I feel it's a superpower.
Superpower.
All right, Mr. Hanson, everyone. Good night.
Bless.
Yeah.
Good night to you.
Yeah, let me give my closing quote. My closing quote is in. Okay, let me see. All right, I think it's here. There we go.
Breaking news out of Trinidad. Authorities have uncovered a shocking case of human exploitation. Follow Hidden Trinidad for more breaking news. Police raided a suspected brothel this week, where they discovered 25 Venezuelan nationals. Father, as this day comes to an end, I pause. Night prayer before bed. Heavenly Father, as this day comes to an night prayer before bed. Heavenly Father, as this day comes to an end, I pause before I sleep to give you thanks, glory, and honor. You are the keeper of my soul, the watchman over my house, and the protector of everything concerning me. Thank you for carrying me through this day, for the seen and unseen battles you've already won. Tonight, I surrender it all to you. Every care, every thought, every unfinished task. I lay it at your feet. I release the weight of what I can't control, and I choose to rest in your control. Lord, cover me as I sleep. Wrap me in your presence. Let no evil come near me. Let no torment, nightmare, anxiety, or restlessness disturb the peace you've promised. I declare over this night, my sleep will be sweet and undisturbed. My dreams will be pure and prophetic. My mind will be renewed and refreshed. My spirit will be strengthened in silence. Father, send angels to guard every door, every window, every room. Let your presence rest over my bed like a holy shield. Protect my loved ones near and far. Cover my family, my future, and my faith. Heal what needs healing tonight. Body, heart, and soul. Restore what has been drained. Repair what has been broken. Recharge me for what you have ahead. And if I wake in the middle of the night, let me wake in worship. Let my thoughts be anchored in truth, not in fear. Let your whisper be louder than the enemy's lies. I declare, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No dark spirit will invade this night. No anxiety will steal my rest. This bed is blessed. My dreams are covered. My destiny is protected. I will rest in peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you are perfectly in control. Thank you for being the God who never sleeps, so I don't have to stay awake worrying. In Jesus' powerful and protecting name, amen.
Where I said that fuck on the wall, that's all I like to say about that. Remember, hard work is talent. My talent does not work hard. Every 60 seconds longer, 1 minute of remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Right, Tommy?
My first quote is from Sarah Teasdale, and it goes like this. It is strange how often a heart must be broken before the years can make it wise. It is strange how often a heart must be broken before the years can make it wise. Like I always say, you the man in the mirror. You have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Stay safe. We'll see each other, God willing, on Sunday. Till then, good night.
Thank you, Tommy. Go to the chat.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Donna Alexander says, good night, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and all fans and viewers. Sometimes I forget to thank the people who make my life happy in so many ways. I forget to tell them how much I really do appreciate them for being an important part of my life. Thank you, all of you, for just being here for me. Good night, blessed sleep. That is Donna. Who else? All right.
Folks, good evening again. And it's very, very important that everybody play their role. And one thing that we should never do, because it will come back to haunt us, is promote hate. Yeah, it should always be love. Love should be so strong that hate wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, love must be so strong. Love to educate yourself, love to advance yourself, rather than to hate the government and to hate the opposition and to hate this one and to hate that one, and listen to people who trying to get you on their side to live a life of hate.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, parents, let's work on teaching our children what it is to love and to work smart, you'll be able to achieve. You'll be able to relax and say, yes, I'm proud of my son. I'm proud of my daughter. We can do this with prayer. And have a good night.
All right. Closing comments. Okay, I just saw that. Oh God. Rajesh said this is the only time I'll agree with dry gin. You know, yeah, Monica. You had to pick a side. Yeah, but he ain't got a boo for that. This is the only time I'll agree with dry gin. Yeah, Monica, you're absolutely correct. You had to pick a side. He goes to the Waffle House very often. Yeah. They have a Waffle House in Trinidad, but they have one in Florida. Mr. Florida, send a breakfast from the Waffle House there for Gordon Dry Gin, Joseph. Send a waffle breakfast. Boy, they have vegetarian waffles, you know. Wow, boy, good too bad, boy. Good too bad. All right, closing quote. Susan Lalchan says, good night to all you beautiful, wonderful, magnificent people. Sweet dreams and see you Sunday, please God. Love, love. Monica Ramkisoon says, be safe, stay blessed. Good night, everyone. John Budjam says, good night, everyone. Be safe. Curtis John says, good night, everyone. Curtis, welcome back. Don Lopez says, soul agree. Blessed night to you and the host and everyone present here tonight. Rajesh says, good night, all. Now reach home. You reach home late, partner. Mr. Intellectual says, it is when you feel the heat of the fire, you experience, by experience, you know how it burns. Correct is right. Anthony says, good night, everyone. Be safe out there. Curtis John says, thanks for this program. I enjoyed it. Nadira says, good night, everyone, and be safe. Batman says, if I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Yeah, Batman. Batman, you're on point there. Nadira says, I'm happy for all the kids that were receiving a book grant. Caribbean Soul closing comment. The more you meet people, the more you understand why Noah took animals instead of people. Okay. George Ramdeen said, Mrs. Kate PBSC, Honorable PM, is the greatest prime minister the country ever had. God bless you and your government and make TNT great on the world stage. Just School says, love is the drug. I know, and I feel like Terrence Taylor, I feel like I was banned when I, I feel so. I just feel so. Gordon Dryden say his fruits is his breakfast is normally fruit. Get some waffles, man. You know? Maybe if you get some waffles, you go stop waffling. Folks, we are out of here. We see you on Sunday. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Later.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide.